to this live. Welcome to this live. I'm Mama Suji right here. I'm in the house, and yeah, I'm in the house. Live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. We talk together. We reason together here. Today we want to speak. We want to welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. I'm here. I want us to reason together on some very pertinent issue. Pertinent issue. An issue that touches on all of us. All of us. Guys, I think it's hot. Let me just remove this jersey. It's hot. Yeah. So when I get to 1 or 2, we shall start. We shall start. We shall start straight away. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I want us to talk about security. Our security as human beings. Is our security in our hands, or is in the hands of the government that governs us? Yeah, that's what I want us to talk about. I want to talk about that. Security. Whom do you depend on for your security? Security matter, security. Whom do we depend on? For our security. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Guys, there are times when I just wonder, whom should we depend on for security? Even as you walk, as you drive, as you ride, as, you know, as you sleep, whom do you depend on for your security? I brought this topic so that because of so many incidences that happen, and one that threatened me just the other day. Yeah, you are just walking, you're just walking, and then you find yourself, hey, what has happened? Then you see somebody. All of a sudden, you feel those chills coming into your nervous system, and then you just know something is not right. Something is not right. Yeah. When you realize something is not right, what do you do? What do you do? You are walking, just walking. Like me, I like walking for exercise. And then you check in front of you, you see there are no people. Behind you, somebody is coming, and then you feel the chills. What happens? What do you do? Guide me what to do in such a case. Yeah. What do you do in such a case? When caught in such a situation where now it's like your life is in danger. Guys, do you feel those things? Or I'm the only one who feels them? You are just walking, and then all of a sudden, some instinct tells you, check behind. And when you check, chills come, you see somebody, and normally it's a man, not women. That's what happens to me. When I check like this, I see in front there's no one, behind me there's one person, but it doesn't look fake. It doesn't look safe, because some chills have just traveled in my nervous system. And then you feel those things, and you know, now what do you do in such a case? What do you do? Security is in our hands. Security is in our hands. Because at that particular time, what do you do? You know, it happened to me when I was informed too. I was informed too. And I had traveled, not traveled, I had commuted to my grandma's place, my grandmother's place. And I was not to spend a night there, because my home to my grandmother's place is like, how many kilometers? About 8 kilometers. 8 kilometers to get to where I'm anchored, where my uncles are. And so in this particular day, I left our home, going to my grandmother's place, maternal grandmother. And when I reached there, of course, I was warmly welcomed. I was given food, I ate. And when it reached around 3 o'clock, because we used to walk, just walking those kilometers, I was given sweet potatoes, and I wished well. So I started walking, carrying these sweet potatoes. As I was walking, I reached a river. It's called, not River Yala. It is a smaller one, between Dudi and Mohanda. Those who come from those areas, you know. Yala, guys, Yala is in Game constituency, and it houses Odera Kango University, VOK, Voice of Kenya, branch there in Nyamninia. And so, as I was walking, and we had this habit of, when it rains, we just walk in the rain. And after all, I was not carrying unga, flour. I was just carrying sweet potatoes. Even if they are rained on, nothing will be damaged. And so I walked down. Guys, I was walking, and I used to walk. And I think that's what has come back. And nowadays I walk a lot. I walk like 10 kilometers in a day. And then I feel okay. That's the exercises I do. That's the exercise I do. I just walk. Yeah, just walk. So I'd given myself a target of 10,000 steps in a day. And that 10,000 steps, that one is equivalent to, no, at times I go more than that. About 17,000 steps. And that makes it 10 kilometers. Is it 10 kilometers or more? Yeah, that is more. That's about 12 kilometers. But I normally make on average 10 kilometers in a day walking. And so when I went to, as I was walking, then what did I see? Then it started raining, and I said, no, it will get dark. It can rain, like in that area, it can rain. Our place can rain and rain and rain. It can rain. Yeah. So I walked, and then I reached that depression. That depression. And then I saw somebody coming ahead of me, a man coming ahead of me, in front, coming this way. Me, I'm coming from where I'm going to. And then I felt the chills. But I continued. I said, God, have mercy. Just protect me. Then as we were passing one another like this, he said his greetings. And I replied. And it was raining. White. It was raining white. And you know that road where I was walking, it is the tarmac that connects Kisumu City and Busia. So it's called Busia-Kisumu Road. Kisumu-Busia Road or Busia-Kisumu Road. Yeah, that one. So I felt that. I felt unsafe. My security was compromised, kind of. I felt it. But I was trying to walk faster so that I can reach the peak a bit and then go that way, you know? It's like this. This way, then this way. So we met here. So I wanted to finish the peak, and then maybe I'll reach where people are. And so I increased my speed and carrying my sweet potatoes on my head. I was carrying sweet potatoes in a basket like this. So I was carrying. I was rushing. Then something told me, check behind you again, because he has already passed me. He's going up the other side. Me, I'm going opposite direction. When I checked, he had started coming, following me. I increased my speed, but the man was coming. He was coming. Then he reached me and he asked me, where are you? Where are you going? Where are you from? And where are you going to? Then I said, I'm from my grandma and I'm going to her home. Who is your grandma? Then I said the name of my grandma, and that is the mother to the teacher. My uncle was a teacher. May his soul rest in peace. Uncle Charles Owala. And he was a deputy headmaster in the school just there. So, and then I saw like he was coming to hold me like this. He was coming to hold me like this. Huh? Like this. I screamed. My basket fell and the sweet potatoes scattered everywhere, and the rain that was falling, the white rain, it stopped. It's like the heavens heard my voice. Heavens heard my voice, and the rain stopped. Guys, that experience, I always, when I think of that place, I always feel, Then people came thinking that scream, they thought a trailer has gotten involved in an accident and has hit somebody or a bus, and now there are goods to be picked. Goods are there to be picked. So people came from their villages around there. They came. And I said, thank God. In my heart was like, the Lord has heard me and has brought people and has stopped the rains. When they came and they saw, his name was Stoty. I remember that name. They said he's called Stoty. And he used to be a madman. Not mental health issues, the ones that can be treated. He was a madman and a thug as well. So they came like this, and when they saw him, they got scared. They got scared of him. And so the women ran. But the men came and they said, what? I could hear them say, we can't leave this child with this man. Let us just see what is going on. So they were behind me. So they asked, Stoty asked them, where are you going? Why are people coming? No, we are just around. It is time for just leisuring around. They talked in the local language. When they talked in that local language, then this Stoty said, why? He was asking why I threw the sweet potatoes. Then I said it just fell. It fell. And then another man, he signaled me not to talk. He did this. Then I recognized that and I kept quiet. So it was him who picked over and said, she's saying they fell because she slipped on the road because it's wet. So it took over the conversation. And then the man says, why did she slip? And it had rained. And he's the one who was chasing me, wanted to hold me like this. So that's why I screamed and the heavens heard and the rain stopped. So now we started hunting for what? We started hunting. He said we have to look for something like a carton to go and pick those potatoes. So we walked, and I could point to homes, thinking that I'll go and find people there. And I could quickly go home at there we go and look for, because my basket was not a basket, it was a carton, and so it got wet and it went like that. Yeah. So, hey, we walked. Any home I enter to go and ask, and pretending that I know that home, there was no one. I find there are only kids. There are only children, small ones, who are there. Then we move. Finally, we go to a home, and the young boy there gave us a manila bag. So as we came back, the crowd is still with us, walking, saying they cannot leave me alone. You see? Where was my security? Where was the government at this time? I used to wonder. I keep wondering now, where was the government that time? There used to be local government. There was be a chief. All this is happening. I'm suffering on the road. My security is compromised, but I'm alone. I'm with no one except God, who has sent these people, these men, to come and assist. You know, Makiyama Form 2. Then he asked me, which school do you go to? Then I said the school. Then he asked me, so, and why are you not in school? Imagine a mad person, a thug who is mad, asking you why you are not in school. Then I said the schools have closed. The school, and Makiu had been told to keep quiet. But now you can't keep quiet because he's asking me the questions that you are the only one who can answer. Nobody else can answer those questions. So I'm like, wow. Then I said, we've closed school. Then he asked, how many years? You've closed school for how many years? Then I said, 1 month. He almost beat me again. And the other man told me, no, schools are closed for 1 month. It can't be years. It's just 1 month. Then we continued. So when we came to where the potatoes had fallen, the sweet potatoes had fallen, there was none. The people who came from the villages, they had picked them, and they were nice sweet potatoes. The ones inside is purple. The inside is purple. Have you seen can you engage the kind of the potatoes they were? Inside is purple. Those are the potatoes my grandmother had given me. And you know, these potatoes were given to me because my second-born brother was very sick. He was very sick. He was sick. And so that is the only thing he could do. He could do what? He could eat. That's what he could eat. And you see, it has been taken. So, guys, we went. And so the question was, now he wants to punish me because now the potatoes have been picked by somebody. Why did I throw them? Now, and you see, the potatoes are not his. They were mine. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. But he's insisting now it was my mistake for the potatoes now to be stolen by the passers-by. So now we keep walking. And he says now he wants to do what? He has to buy for me more potatoes for me to take home. So we are walking. And that's where now the man told me, when you see him divert to follow me, please go, disappear, and never come here in the same clothes that you're wearing, because he has marked you. He will kill you. He has killed so many young girls. He has killed so many. So I know how I'm going to remove him from you. As we go, we went. Now we reached the Dudi market. Dudi is called Dudi. Dudi market. And so the man says he's going to buy for me potatoes in order, because he's the one who threatened me and the potatoes fell. So he wants to go and buy for me. Then the other man says, okay, Tote, now, as for me, I want to go and buy a few things from the what? From the shop. Not the open market now, but on the shop. And then Tote starts looking at his pocket. He checks his pocket. And he now claims that he has lost the money. He has lost money, and he feels that man who is going to the shop who has taken his money. Yeah? And you know the packet now, it has security, it has municipal askaris. They are there, but nobody is bothered to see that there's danger here. Why? Because even the rumor, people are talking about it, that Tote now has caught that girl. But even the askaris are not helping. No one is helping me. Guys, no one is helping me. Then, now this man, now Tote starts following that man. You see? The man who has said he's going to buy do some shopping in the shops. Now he says that man must have stolen his money from the pocket. Because when he hears somebody talk of money, he will follow. And that's the trick that man used for him now to leave me alone, because he will be, and nobody can dare him. So when he said that, he followed that man to the shop. He forgot now about me. And that is how I sneaked and went. And for many years, many years, I never stopped. I never followed I never took even a vehicle from that stage to do this, because that is base. Until I heard that he died. But even though he died, I still feel his spirit is just hovering around there. It's just hovering around there. So you find at times I'm scared. Instead of going to alight at a certain place, I go one stage further, because I feel like, even though they say he died, who saw me? I didn't see him being buried. I wasn't in that funeral to make sure, to bring it to closure, to say for sure he has gone down the grave. So I always feel maybe they mistook somebody else. Maybe he's still alive. And those are over 30 years, guys. It's over 30 years. No, not over 30 years. That was, it's over 40 years. Let me see how many. That is over. Guys, you are watching. Thank you for passing by, and kindly like the video, comment, subscribe, and also give the video a like. Give the video a like, guys. Tap the screen, tap the screen. Yeah, and also tell me from which country you are watching from. I'm here in Kenya. Kenya is in Africa, and I'm in Kajiado County. In Kenya, we have 47 counties, and so I am in one of them. Right now, I'm in one of them. Kindly just tell me, write something. Tell me where you are watching from. So, we are going to, okay, we were to check, let me check how many years from that time. That was 1984. I was in Form 2. Form 2 is a second level in after primary. So class 7, our days it was class 7. Then you go to Form 1, Form 2. So in 1984, I was in Form 2. I was in Form 2. So now, 1984, then guys, it is 40 years. 40 years. It is 40 years since that occurrence. It is 40 years. And it hasn't left me. The fear hasn't left me yet. So that is how I went, and I was in a choir dress. We used to have a green choir dress, and I'd hustled selling mandazis and selling groundnuts, and I'd bought rubber shoes, green rubber shoes. So I was in those dresses, that dress and that shoes. I was told never to step in that area, in that attire. And so I took those things, and it's like I threw them, because it almost costed me my life, that area. And so I can't wear it anywhere, because I feel if I wear it, that man can spot me anywhere and he will finish me. So recently, as I was walking here in in Olenairi, here in the village. Our village is called Olenairi, guys. Olenairi is in Ngong. Ngong is in Kajiado County. And this county is in Kenya, and Kenya is in Africa. So, guys, like the video, comment. Tell me you are watching from where. If you are watching from here, Kenya, tell me so. If you are watching from India, my people, namaste, namaste, if you are watching from India. And if you are watching from Uganda, thank you so much. Tanzania, thank you so much. You are our neighbors. We are neighbors just here. We are children of East Africa. Rwanda, Burundi, welcome. And so, as I was walking, I was just walking. And then in front, there's a hill that is called Hilltop. There's a hill that goes. And I was like, it's my usual route. But that day, I think I left the house quite early. It was about 1:15. I think that time people are having lunch. And I felt I just wanted to cover more in walking. And so I left the house that early. So as I was walking, sorry, there are hiccups. As I was walking, I saw what? In front, there is quiet. The road is quiet. There are no people coming down because it's hilly, so I was climbing. And behind me, there was nothing. But all of a sudden, I checked and I saw somebody and I felt the chills. I felt the chills. And I was like, what is that chill about? What's in this person following me? And so I increased my speed. Because of the earlier incident that happened in my life 40 years ago. So I walked very fast. I walked fast so that I can reach their shops up there. Their shops up there. There at least I'll find people. So I walked faster. And as it was coming, I was like, this person, the intentions are not right. The intentions of this person are not right. And you know, I carry my bag for blogging and my camera, this one, inside the bag. And I was not blogging because I was walking, and then maybe later on I'll do the vlogging later, or take for you the sceneries around me, because it's hilly, it's beautiful to look at. But I hadn't done that. So I was like, here I'm in danger. This person doesn't look right. Yeah. Thank you, on a good vibe. Wow, thank you so much. On a good vibe. Thank you so much. So I walked and I reached, and he was coming. And then two people came in front, appeared. And I was like, this is okay. This is okay now. And so by the time he came, now he passed me. You see, now there are people. He passed me and he looked at me. And I was like, my instincts are right. This person was not a good person, but the Lord has just brought angels to come and bring confusion in him. So that is how my security was restored. And I thank God for that. All that time, you see, the government is nowhere. So where is my security? The security is in my hands. Security is in my hands, not in the government. Because if anything could have happened to me there, they'll just come to write the occurrence. The occurrence, what had happened and all that, to do investigation, who was the person, or if I'd lost my camera, this one, they will be asking me the value of the camera, how much did you buy it, how much, if I go to report. So that is what I'm like, is the security in my hands? Or Thank you on a good vibe. Guys, like the video. Thank you. Like the video. Give me comments. Tell me from which country you're watching from. Me, I'm watching from here. I'm watching from Kenya. Kenya is in Africa, guys. So that is, yeah. So there was another time that I was, my security was compromised again. Just here in this compound. And that time we had a mabati gate. A mabati gate. No, we had removed the mabati gate and God had provided finances, and so we had a better gate. And so what happened? My husband was driving, and so when we reached the gate, I normally come out of the gate of the car, and then I open the gate because we had an elderly house help, a nanny. Yeah. So I never wanted her to be coming to the gate to open for us because we are like her children. So it was like, my mom is coming to open for me the gate. No. Let her just be in the house, take care of the small kid. But for me, I'll be opening the gate. So when I went to open, I felt something, but I couldn't place it anywhere. I couldn't place that anywhere. So I opened the first flap, the way you open this way. The gate is like this. There are two. So I pulled this one this way. And then I looked at my husband. And he was also like, there's something, but he can't place it. As I went to open this one, somebody came with a gun. Like that. Like that. Hey! And where I was to work, I'd been trained on security, on how to handle. And so I pushed the gate back, and he was pushing it. In fact, after, I opened the gate like this, and this one. So my husband drove in, and he stood somewhere like here, because it's in the evening. And so I pulled this one back first. As I was bringing this one, the person had reached with a gun and pushing the gate. And I was like, what? I looked at the gun. It had a small thing like this. I think it was a toy gun maybe. And because of the kind of work I used to do, I used to travel with security people so much. At times I could sit in the Wells Fargo van in front. And so they used to show me, this is an AK-47, and I could see. But the one with a small thing like this, they never showed me. So I knew that one is not a gun. And so I started screaming. And my neighbor was in his balcony. And he saw, and I think it was campaign time. I think his phone just dropped. Dropped in the balcony when he saw that. Me screaming and telling my husband, reverse. I wanted him to reverse so that he can kick him. But he also panicked. He couldn't reverse. He had engaged the neutral gear instead of the reverse gear. So it was, it's not moving. And I was screaming. And another neighbor, I stay in a neighborhood where politicians are many, or aspiring politicians. So that time we had the assistant minister for internal security is a neighbor. And so the police, the army, or the police that take care of those big people were there. I was screaming. They come, police, come. Then these people realized that things are happening. And so they left. And so my neighbor came. They came even from the other corner, the other side, and said, yeah, Yeah, we had the other ones are from the warring the war community, where they use bows and arrows. He had come with those ones, ready to do something. And I was like, oh, wow. So I screamed. So my scream was heard from in a distance. So many people have come, but those thugs had already left and they didn't injure anyone. Because the gun I saw, and that's why I was saying reverse, it was something like this, black, long. It looked like a sign of a gun, but not a gun. But I was warned, never do that again. Then I told them, my neighbors, for sure, if it was my day, I would have gone. Because it's a reflex. It's reflex. What could I have done? Could I have just said, okay, what? So, guys, security. You see? The security guys are up there. And these tags, they escaped like that, going up. So they met with the security people because they came. They came. But now, they met them. They didn't know those are the tags who have just terrorized us with a fake, is it a counterfeit gun or something? Yeah. So those are occasions where my security has been really, really compromised. But God has always come through for me. So those are how many incidences? 3. Now let me tell you another one. Another one happened in this house. In this house. It was during census. Census is where the government implements census. I think it's called like that. To do what? To count the number of people in the country. So during that time, of course, my husband was working for the government, and so he had gone. He was in charge of some location somewhere, so he had gone. And that time I was also doing part-time colleging, and so I was. It was exam time at the same time, and so I came. I was in Methodist University at that time. I was doing entrepreneurship. And we reached. I came, I kept my bag, I done my revision, and so I went to sleep. But at around midnight, the thieves, they were in my bedroom. I didn't know how they had come in at that time. They came, guys, they came. Hey, maybe I show you. At this point, I'll show you. I'll walk around and show you what happened. The thieves came, and I was asleep. And I just had like something has happened. And so I walk like this. You wake up like this on the bed, and you find there are men in your bedroom, and their spotlight is sharp. It's like daytime with the hot sun. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And then in the security that we had been at work, we had been told how to handle such a situation. They were asking me where my husband was. And they had a panga, sharp one, machete, sharp one. I wonder what would have happened if they found him. I always wonder. And then I told him, I just said, there's no need of that. Because they were holding it like this. Where is he? Where is he? And then I'm like, there's no need for that. Let us just talk. We can talk. And with that kind of a tone, they were disarmed. I disarmed them. Yeah? Yeah? So, So it's like I've called them to reason. Let us reason together. And they asked me, I told them he has gone for census. What is that census? I told them in Kiswahili because they don't know English. I told them shughuli ya kuhesabu watu. Hii ya government imeweka. Watu wanahesabiwa. And then they started demanding for money. They wanted money from me. I told them I don't have any money. I'm a student. And they told me they want student. Yes, even my bag is here. And for sure it was there. I'd just put it there because I'd come from college and work. From work, I go to college. From college, I come home. And so they wanted money. They said I give them 10,000. 10,000 at that time was like 1,000 US, because the rate was like 100, one US to 100 shillings. So that 10,000, they wanted 10,000. I'm like, 10,000. I laughed because even my salary, I was not getting that much. I just laughed. I said, I said, 10,000. I'm a student. Me, I'm a student. I don't have. Then they started ransacking the house, checking everything. And then they saw a TV in the bedroom. And then their commander told them, take that TV. And then when the man, then he went to other rooms, they are picking electricals. Anything electric was being taken. And then when he came back, he found the man he had left with me in the room, and he told me to sleep. So I'm in the bed like that. They asked me, I have to give answers from the bed, sleeping. My head must be on the pillow. Then I told them, he asked for the remote for the TV. And since I did not know where the remote is, I thought the easiest way was to say that the TV doesn't have a remote. There was music system as well. It's the music system they wanted. They had taken it, so they wanted the remote for it. And since I normally don't work or use those ones so much, is the kids who deal with those remotes and everything. I looked for a better way, an easier way. I told them the music system doesn't have a remote. And so now the commander comes and he sees in my bedroom wardrobe shelf, there's a TV. And then he tells the man he left in the room with me to ransack the house. He tells him, there's a TV there, take that one as well. Then the man goes there to take the TV and looks at it, and it was Great Wall. The Great Wall was those, because we had upgraded the one they took from the sitting room. So they were taking this one, the Great Wall again. And so the man said, it is like a 14-inch. And so that's why he doesn't want to take it. He was shouted at by their commander to take in their language. And the language was Kikuyu language. And so the man felt belittled. And so he started behaving. Yeah, he wasn't aggressive towards me. The one was left in the room because their commander had ordered him in a way, man to man. I think he felt belittled. And so he started asking me, when we remained with him in the room, he asked me, you said there's no, as was moved that TV, the remote for the music system, he found it there behind that. He said, you said this remote was not there, and it's right here. So you are lying. You are lying even about the money. Bring 10,000 now. Then I told him, I don't have 10,000. I don't have 10,000. Then after they had gathered everything, they told me, the other man told him to ask me for a bag. And when I was young, mother of two, I used to travel to Uganda and buy things. I come and sell in the office, like shoes, bags, vitenge, the African fabrics. I used to buy them. So I had a big bag, the size, let me show you with this one. It was big like this. You see, like this. It was a big one like this cushion here. Big like that. So I'd got it just somewhere there in the bedroom. So they were asking for something to carry the items they've stolen from me. And then because of fear, I just told him, open. I'm not supposed to wake up. I told him, open in that bed, in that wardrobe, open it. Down there, there's a big bag you can take. And so he went there and picked. And then he comes back, the commander comes back and says, they now need money. I have to give money. And then I told him I'm a student, but by the way, just the way I'm telling you, I told them, by the way, I have 100 shillings. I have 100 shillings in my school bag there. Bring that bag. I give you the 100 bob. Then I did what? I took the bag and gave it, and the other person, the other thief in my bedroom, brought the bag, and I removed the 100 bob and gave it to him. It was a straight 100 bob, new. And I think even in my bag today, I could be having such a note because I visited the bank today morning. Today in the morning, I visited the bank, and I think they gave me very new notes. Yeah. They were new like this. You see, like this, like these ones. These are 100 bob, guys. These ones. So I had only one like this, and it was meant for my bus fare the following day. Because if you work in a financial institution, you use plastic money, you use the ATM card to do your transactions, buying the supermarket. So I never used to carry a lot of money home. Once I have 200 shillings and I've already done shopping for the whole month, I have everything, there was never need for me to carry money. And even in the present time, I never carry money. I've carried this because I have somebody working outside here whom would need some of that. So I gave that 100 bob, and he took it. Meanwhile, the other man had gone with his other team. There were 5 men in my house. 1 in my bedroom, 4 were gathering things in the other rooms. And so I gave him the 100 bob. And so the commander comes. How much have you given? Then I said, it was just 100 shillings. That's all I have between me and poverty. I told them, hiyo tu ndio niko nayo. Na ilikuwa ya fare ya kesho ya kwenda shule. But all that, they could not even, when I talk of fare ya kwenda shule, I mean bus fare to go to school tomorrow. But they still took it. They didn't even bother. They don't care about school. So they carried many things from my house. They carried many things. And then at the end of it, they told me now to go to open for them the door. So I was like, oh my God, I'm dealing with spirits. How did they come in? If the door is closed, how did they come in? And I was like, so maybe these ones are not real human beings. These ones, maybe they are spirits, because they didn't, how did they come in? I was left wondering, how did they come in? And I wanted to wake up and go and get for them the keys where you normally keep the keys. But no, the commander told me not to get out of that bed. I keep sleeping. I give instructions. Tell us where the keys are. Then I told them, in the kitchen, there's a fridge. And on top of that fridge, there are a bunch of keys. That is where the keys are. So they went, carried those things, and they went and picked the keys, opened the door. They opened this door, guys. This one. See this one? This is the door they opened. After opening that door, here, it just used to be open. I didn't have these windows here. It used to just be an open space. This lodge here just used to be an open space. Yeah, just like that. So they opened and left. But according to the security I was taught when I was working with the security team, they told us that when your house has been broken into or the thieves have been to your house, don't follow them immediately and don't make noise immediately. You could lose a life. cooperate, just the way I told you I cooperated. And after that, give them, don't get out until 10 minutes are over. So my 10 minutes, how was I supposed to know that 10 minutes are over? I just, the heartbeats, those heartbeats. I just do the heartbeats, the heartbeats, the heartbeats. And then I'm like, 10 minutes will be over. And then now I can walk, go and check how they came in. How did they come in? That was disturbing me so much. How did they come in? If they are saying, I opened for them the door, they're asking for their keys. How did they come in? And so I waited. When 5 minutes, the beats for 5 minutes had elapsed, not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes, I had the footprints, footsteps, pa, 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 pa. I said, oh my God, they're coming back. They're coming back. And then I could hear this door being opened, chua. Then this one, chua. Then I was listening. Nothing. So to me, it was just one person who was coming back. So he came back and left again. I had the feet again, pa, 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 going back. Then the gate, and they went. So again, I was taken back to square one. I have to start counting again for 10 minutes before I can take any action. So I waited, my heartbeats, they go in seconds. So they go like that. I go to up to 60, then I start again, and I went until 10 were over. Then I woke up, going to switch the lights were nowhere. So they had already switched my lights off at the meter box. Meter box is just here. Yeah, where I have the swing. You from my earlier videos, you saw the swing there. That window there. Maybe I should just show you. You see that? That is the meter box. That one there. That's the meter box. So, hey, I was like, hey, there are no lights. But somehow, my eyes could see a bit in the darkness, like a cat. So I went to my children's bedroom. I went to the first bedroom, and my daughter was snoring like she's just sleeping. I went to the boys' room. They were sleeping. I went to my maid's room, but she was not there. She had, because you see, schools were closed, and so my maid had gone home. I checked that room, but anyway, there's no one. Then I came back and went to my daughter's room, and I woke one of my daughters. She's a courageous girl. She's called Daisy. She's very courageous. She's my mother-in-law, named after my mother-in-law. She's very courageous. And so I woke her up. I just touched her and told her, Daisy, wake up. We've been robbed. Thieves were here. But don't scream. Don't scream. Because don't tell Rachel, because Rachel will definitely scream. So I held her hand and we're walking in the darkness. I'm telling her, I don't know how they came in because they asked me for their keys when they were leaving. So I don't know whether they are real people or they are not. I don't know whether they are real. I don't know. So we came to the sitting room. And then, what did we do? Because they took all the phones, even the ones that were bad. But there was moonlight outside. And so I saw the moonlight. Huh? And I'm telling you, I'm going to walk you through this. So this is the security breach was here. This is where they exited from. And this one here, This is what they opened. They used a bunch of keys to open here. Guys, now I'm in the sitting room. And so we were here. We were here with my daughter. Just here. We were just here with my daughter. Now we were walking in darkness. In darkness. And so we saw the lights, and then we saw the curtain swinging here. You see this? Here. The curtains were swinging. And then I was like, what has happened there? We did close the window. No, we had closed the window, but they had cut it. This window had been cut. These ones were cut. And so it was like a door. Here was like a door. You see here? Here, this one was now like a door. And so this is where they used to come in to my house. And so, guys, I got so scared. I got so scared that my house, now what do I do? Do I even have the money to fix that? Do we have that money? We don't have it. What will happen? And so things were tough. Things were tough. My house never used to have the kind of metals you are seeing. You see that door there? That one there. That is a door. And this one is all metal. This one. And this one. This one. That one. The one for the kitchen there. They used to be for timber. You see? They used to be timber. But we had to remove all of them because we realized security is in our hands, not in the government. We realized security is in our hands. Yeah? So we had to reinforce all this. You see, those flats there, those ones, we had to fix them. I had to take a loan immediately. Yeah? A loan immediately in order to, and I brought a welder to do all this and fix. And that is how this space here was born. Here was born because of insecurity. So I covered it because I didn't want anybody to know when I'm inside or not. I wanted to close it because here I used to have fresh air, it used to just be open. Yeah. So my security was compromised, and so I had to take action. I had to take action. Then I went to the neighbors to wake them up that in the morning now, you know, after now we don't have the key. We can't close that door. We can just pull them, say, let's just, because they've gone with the keys. So I went to the neighbors in the morning to tell them that thieves were at our place. So they came. I told them to call my husband wherever he was. Yeah, they called him, and he didn't come straight. He came and went to the Ngong police station, and he came with the cops. And you know, I was going for exam, mark you. I was going for exam. As they were coming in, me, I was leaving. And so the police wanted me to write statement. I told him, I'm rushing to Nairobi city. I have exam and I can't miss that exam. Then he said, okay, you can go. Let us just go and survey and see what could have happened and everything. But from school, come straight to the police station. So after exam, my husband drove me to the police station to go and write statement and all that. But I was asking him, what for? What will they do? What will they do? Nothing. They won't do nothing. They wouldn't do nothing. Yeah. So I went to the police station. And the questions were those ones. So, can you recognize them? I said, yes, I can recognize them. And what were the things that were taken? They start listing them down. They want to know the value, surely. How much did you buy the TV? How much did you buy the music system? How much did you buy the other TV? The gas cylinders were taken. Gas cylinders, you know, here we use the gas in cooking, or firewood, or kerosene, or charcoal. So they carried those ones. They carried. I had the gas cylinders, 2 of them that time. They carried them. So they wanted to know how much they were. I was like, what now all this? And then I'm tired. I'm going to reverse for my next paper. And now I'm here at the police station giving the stories of things that have been stolen. And yet there's nothing they're going to do. Yeah. They were not there. They should have been, if they were patrolling around, maybe they would even have realized there's something going on here. They would have realized somebody is cutting the window, because they used sharp object to cut the metal at the window and to come in. And even when they were carrying the luggage is out, because they carried a lot of things. If the police was on patrol, they would have seen that the gate is left open, because when they left the gate ajar, you know. And so I was like, now they're asking me all these things. Where were they? Where was the government at that time? Now they want incident report. They're writing an incident report. Thereafter, what is going to happen? You see? And so, me, what did I did what? I decided to reinforce the house, so that when they come, like the flats, I was advised by the welder, for the flat, they can't cut with those sharp objects. They must have a gas to cut it. So that's why I went for the flats and reinforced the house with the flats. And you know what? Now, when after reinforcing the outer part with the flats, now I brought somebody to now make the doors, the metal doors, and fix them. So the metal doors were made, and now the fixing, it was supposed to be a mason. So I went to a site where they were building houses for sale. They were building houses for sale. That is Neighbors Court, next to St. Joseph Academy. So I went there to get the mason. And this mason came, he was like foreman. So he brought the handyman to help fix the doors. Because now the wooden doors had to come down. I needed just metal around me. I don't want wooden, because if it were not for those, they wouldn't have entered my bedroom, because all the doors in my bedroom, they were wooden. I wanted them out. I wanted metal, so that if they come to cut, I would raise alarm. I would scream, and I'll even call the police. But wooden, you can't tell. It doesn't have noise. So that was the motivating factor in going into those kind of doors that I have. So now when this handyman came with this foreman, I looked at one and I was like, wow, this guy was in my bedroom. This one was in my bedroom. I became so uneasy with him. I'm like, and he didn't want to look at my eyes. He was always working like this. He's working like that. And then I went outside and told the foreman, you know what? The thieves, see, I told you the thieves came here and they cut. Yeah. I told him, you brought one of them. One who was in my house is there. He told me, which one? I told him, that one there. The one in the bedroom, making the door at the bedroom, is one of the thieves. He was in my room. He was in my room. And he didn't like it when his commander was ordering him around. That one, he was in this house. He told me, no, you are mistaken. That guy, that man, he's sick. I'm the one who has brought him from the house to come and at least do something. I know him. He's not a thief. I told him, no, He's a thief. He was in my bedroom. And that's why he doesn't even want to look at me straight. He's working, but he doesn't want my eye contact. Eye to eye contact, he didn't want. But the foreman says, no, I'm mistaken. That man suffers from HIV and he's so much down. He doesn't work around. So he just woke him up and told him, come and do some work so that you can be active. You know, I'm like, oh, he's even HIV. And so, oh, but he's the one. And what he will tell you, if you normally know the kind of work he does, he will tell you. And that is how I didn't even want them to finish. I told him, so you people don't come tomorrow. I don't have the money. And that's why I just told them to go. Because a thief who had come to make my house, to make the door. How? How now? How now? Even if it were you. How now? I was so scared. And so, in all this, where was the government? Where was the government? The government was there for incident report, and in fact, they came, check, says, why didn't you scream? If I had screamed, they would have killed me, right? Because they were right there in my bedroom. You scream to who? Who will come? People are scared at night. They think if they come out, they could meet the what? The bullet, you know. So you have to weigh, and the Lord will always guide you on the steps to take if he's on your side. And especially if you call upon him all the time, he will never let you down. So that's what happened to me. So I've given you how many instances of security breach? There at when I was in Form 2. The second one, just when we were driving, my husband was driving in. The third one, when I was walking just recently. And the fourth one, I've given you an incident that happened some time back, and that's why my house is kind of metal because I get scared. I believe that the timber is an easy target for the thieves will just come in. So I get scared. And for 6 months, I never used to have a sleep. I would say maybe I sleep during the day, but I can't sleep during the day because you are at work. You have to work. And then when it reaches that time at night, you feel chills. You feel like something is wrong. Something is wrong. I'm like, if something drops down, I'm like, they're here. You know? Something like that. For a long time. But I've recovered from it. Now, just the one that happened recently. And my daughter also shared with me, just 2 days ago, she shared with us, as she was coming from Ngong town. We have a town called Ngong. Ngong is a sub-county within Kajiado County. And so she was coming from Ngong, and it was just around 7. As she was walking, the same route where I got a scare, somebody came from there and wanted to hold her like this. That person didn't look right. And so she reversed her route. She started going back to where she had come from. And this person was just following her. And then 2 men came and she got hold of the 2 men. She got hold of the 1 man so that she's protected. And that's how she managed to come this way. So I was like, and what did the 2 men do? They didn't do anything because they did not know what was happening. They just saw a girl grab one of them. Yeah. And then the bad man passed and went. And so she was able to come home. So when your instincts tell you that something is wrong, please obey your instinct. Your instincts, yeah, obey them. Because if she didn't obey, maybe she would have been grabbed by this other man, and then people would think they were together and just leave her to suffer like that. But when your instincts tell you, do something, because even God helps those who help themselves as well. You can't just wait, and the government will not be there. They'll just come to carry the body, take the report, do their investigation, and see the rate of crime, and give their report on the rate of crime, and the number of people who have suffered the same crime. Those are the reports they'll be, and you would have gone. So let us take security in our hands and do something about it. Tell me, kindly like the video, comment, share, and if you are new here, and thank you for passing by, and be blessed, even as you subscribe. So for now, I want to end this live here. Let us meet again in the next video or the next live. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for being around. Yeah. I can see 2 more people have come in. Thank you. Thank you. I was just about to close the live. Maybe you can, even as you can watch it. You can watch it again. You can watch it again. Give your comment. Subscribe. Like the video. Give comment how security is in your country or in your town or in your village. Yeah. Here we have to take our security in our hands and trust that God protects us, because if it is not for him, even the work of the watchman would be in vain. It would be in vain. Because guys, even that day when they came in, I had dogs. I don't know whether they barked and got tired. I don't know. Guys, I had dogs. Big dogs. I used to feed them on sardines and ugali. They were this big, like this, bigger than a goat, and fat. But I don't know what happened that day. I don't know whether they were given something, or I'm the one who was given something. People think that maybe they sprayed my room and so I slept. But if I slept, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have seen them come in with a spotlight. You know. So I'm like, I didn't hear my dogs. I had 3 dogs that time. I don't know what happened. And so even when now some thieves threw for them poison and they died, I never wanted them to be replaced. I said, if God doesn't take care of the city, the work of watchmen is in vain. That was my guiding principle. So my husband could go get another dog, bring it dies. And I tell him, yeah, I told you leave those things alone, leave them. And up to now, I don't have dogs. I just trust my security. I put it in the hands of God, but I also take care of my security. I have to come back home early. I don't want darkness. I don't like darkness. And if I'm to come late, I have to make use of border rider to bring me. I open the gate, get in, is when now he can fire and go. Yeah. So even you take care of your security and put God first. God first in everything you do, because Mungu asipolinda mji, yeah, kazi ya walinzi ni bure. That's all the Bible says. So thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe if you're new here. And if you're just watching, you've been watching my videos and you've not been subscribing, please, you are doing a lot of injustice to me. Kindly subscribe. Support human being and protect human rights, because a woman's right is human rights. So just subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Let us meet in the next video. Bye.